I've always been a big fan of music. Music is a medium that makes any lousy situation seem less bad, any great situation feel even better, and it's a medium that is unmatched in how it makes people feel. It's a powerful tool, especially in content creation, and it's why I try my best to find the best music for all my videos. Though I struggle to find the time these days, one of my few enjoyments of life is still finding the best but also most unique music that I can consume, and because I'm not a normal person, I find pleasure in listening to the weirdest shit possible. As long as it sounds good, I really don't care. That said, I decided to take my search and odd interest on a larger scale by making a video solely focusing on the most bizarre, nasty, and off-putting but still banging music genres not many know but you may enjoy. So stick around because things are gonna get very strange very quickly. Pirates are criminals who participate in robbery and violence via ship or boat-borne attacks, primarily to steal valuable cargo. They were most prominent in the 18th to 14th centuries and were spread across vast regions, including the Strait of Malacca, Madagascar, the English Canal, and Europe. But did you also know they made sick-ass music? That's right, it's called pirate metal, the crazy genre that sees multiple crazy bands don pirate get-ups of the era to play high-octane, incredibly melodic, and nasty licks that even old Davy Jones could enjoy for the heck of it. These songs are typically inspired by pirate mythology, including pirate lingo, and blend several genres together, including thrash metal, folk metal, and of course, the main inspiration, sea shanties of old. The music has this uncanny but delightful blend of folk instruments used for sea shanties of the era, like accordions and the concertina, but also modern instruments like the electric guitar, drums, and keyboards. Now you might be wondering where the hell this genre even came from, and well, you filthy landlubber, it's actually been around for quite a while, at least as early back as the 80s, with the surfacing of bands like the Australian heavy metal band Blackjack, and was popularized by bands like the German heavy metal band Running Wild. Now crazy individuals like the band Hailstorm continue this tradition even today. I personally love the genre because it blends my weird love of sea shanties and heavy metal rock music to create a sound unlike any other. And also, most of the bands just sound really great, and the stories they cover are actually wild as fuck. So, if you're looking for a new metal genre, check out pirate metal, because who knew 14th century scurvy radiant sea criminals could make music that slapped this hard. Now, what do you get when you blend cutesy J-pop and anime aesthetic music with chaotic heavy metal? That's right, you filthy weeb. You get the outlandish subgenre Hawaii metal, or kawaii core if you're nasty, inspired by the peculiar but highly respected and surprisingly good metal band BabyMetal in the early 2010s. Like I said earlier, the genre blends J-pop and heavy metal elements from vocals to instruments to create a distinct sound. Basically, the genre is what you get when you combine cute girls singing J-pop songs but with insanely dark imagery, loud and off-putting metal vocals, and sometimes weird lyrics and sounds, like an idol group from your nightmares, but you'd be surprised how many people are into that. But while BabyMetal is credited with pioneering the genre, several other notable bands have continued to create sick music in the genre, including Maids Rocking Out, and yes, that is a middle-aged cross-dressing man in an idol outfit. That is the band Ladybeard, and they are surprisingly not that bad. So despite the somewhat strange look of the bands representing the genre itself genuinely produces one of the most unique music you'll hear today, and it's hard to argue that it isn't memorable. While researching for this video, I came across several weird music genres, from uncommon genres like the weird alien-like Zool genre to the pretentious ones like folktronica. But none managed to be as wild, as off-putting, as disgusting or shocking, and none managed to evoke as much of an emotional response as the eye-diarrhea monstrosity of the black Midi genre. For the uninitiated, it's quite hard to explain what it is or why it became a thing in the first place, but I'll try to explain anyway. Like the name suggests, Black Midi or Black Musical Instrumental Digital Interface is a music genre made up of MIDI files containing thousands, millions, and sometimes even trillions of notes. The most bizarre Black Midi compositions have been as many as 93 trillion notes, which is the maximum allowed by most digital synthesizers. The black part would come from the completely black color of the note page if a person were to write down all the notes on a page. Black Midi music is also sometimes called impossible music because it would literally be impossible for any musician to play by hand no matter how hard they tried. The genre first became popular in 2009 by Shirasagi Yuki, who made the first track based on a boss theme from the Toho project game, the embodiment of Scarlet Devil, and uploaded it to the Japanese site Nico Nico Doga. Today, the genre has spawned a niche community of creators known as Blackers. Weird name, I know, who go batshit crazy to create whatever abomination they can, which includes covers and original content but with a bastardized sound. However, despite the often off-putting sound, I have to admit that I still enjoy Black Midi, as weird as that sounds. Don't get me wrong, it still isn't a genre I'd easily recommend to everyone, as it's frankly not for everyone, but it is a genre that is incredibly hard to ignore and one that gets the blood pumping. I'm not sure when a person can enjoy Black Midi music, as it's not exactly something to casually listen to. But if you need something unnecessarily energetic and almost otherworldly, then look no further, because you definitely won't forget it, because I know I won't. The unusual and occultist looking band you see on the screen right now is called Heilung, performing one of their more popular songs, In My Gen. For those unaware, and I'd be surprised if you were, Heilung is one of the many bands that make music under the neo-folk or apocalyptic folk genre, a form of experimental music blending elements of folk and industrial music which originated in the 1980s that utilizes several folk instruments and other sounds. Industrial artists are usually known to experiment with noise and controversial topics such as racism and the occult, but Heilung primarily focuses on retelling historical stories and Germanic folklore of the Viking Age that often during performances heavily reflect the themes of their music. This is also why they've often been referred to as a Viking metal band, but they don't exactly fit that label either. Now I have to be honest that I never knew such a band and genre even existed until I first heard In My Gen being performed by the fictional video game character Senua in the crazy, frankly bone-chilling review trailer for her upcoming game, all the way back in 2019. Ever since, the music has stuck with me and the band has become one of the more interesting ones I follow to this day. Do I understand what they're saying or even the message of the music? Fuck no. Does it make it any less of a banger? Nope. But there is a cathartic feeling that comes with listening to these artists scream and yell to their heart's content about a story or subject you know nothing about but can vibe to the music being produced regardless. But even more so when you go a step further by learning the meaning of the lyrics. Either way, the music is sick as hell despite its strange nature, and I think more people should experience it at least once. If you've gotten to this part of the video, then I guess you've probably become as intrigued as I was with these genres. If you have, I advise you check them out because there's nothing like venturing out into unknown waters, finding something unexpected and being positively consumed by it. So venture out and explore, because you may never know what you're missing. Hey you, thanks a lot for watching this video, especially up to this point. If you enjoyed the video, press a like, subscribe and comment what I did right. If you didn't, subscribe anyway and comment what I did wrong. Till the next one.